Greetings everyone, this is Mythical Daka, and I'm bringing to you from my library The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. This is the fifth main title in the Bethesda Softworks Classic series. Very large RPGs. They're definitely not for the faint of heart. I apologize for my mouse cursor appearing on the screen. I'm afraid there really isn't much I can do to fix that, it would appear. It has to do with all the minimizing and whatnot that I've had to go through. Anyhow. So, like I said, this is fifth main game of the series. There have been several side games over the years, varying degrees of quality, but all the main games generally have been considered pretty epic. The first one came out in 1994. That was called Arena, where you're a prisoner in the Imperial dungeons and you have to save the Empire. In that one, there was a bit of a generic storyline of evil wizard usurps the throne or something like that. The second one in the series was called Daggerfall. You're sent by the Emperor on a secret mission to save the Empire. Elder Scrolls 3, you start off as a prisoner again, where you're being delivered to the title province of Morrowind. Elder Scrolls 4 has you in prison yet again. And Elder Scrolls 5, once again, starts with you as a prisoner. So you can see a theme here that you start off with not a whole lot of respect in the Elder Scrolls games, since, 4 out of 5 of them you start off as some kind of prisoner who then, through fate or whatever, winds up being the hero of the Empire. In Elder Scrolls V, the Empire is largely starting to crumble after the death of Uriel Septim in the beginning of Elder Scrolls 4, which was known as Oblivion. I don't think I mentioned that. There is an emperor in place, but he's largely a figurehead, apparently. Off with that wolf. As I was saying, he's largely a figurehead. It's the High Elves that I guess are really in charge of the Empire. High Elves whose armor I was kind enough to steal, as you can see here. I'm actually playing a Wood Elf. And this is one of the few times you'll see me gender bend as well. Anyway, so back to plot. The province of Skyrim, which is home to the Nords, is in a state of civil war as the Empire tries to maintain its authority over Skyrim, and the Nords try to break free from the Empire because, well, they think the Elves are jerks. I'm sure there's more complex reasons to that, but that's largely what I'm going to go with. There are a number of races to play in the game. The aforementioned Nords are basically the Elder Scrolls Vikings. There's 3 different kinds of elves in the game. There's the High Elves, there's the Dark Elves, there's the Wood Elves. There are several other kinds of humans. There are the Bretons, the Imperials, the Redguard. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. Then there are the more non-human characters, the Orcs, the Argonians, who are lizard people, the Khajiit, who are cat people. There might be a couple others, but I can't think of them all off the top of my head. But anyhow, so this is my Wood Elf. I'm basically playing her up as a classic Dungeons & Dragons Ranger. I'm going with light armor. I'm primarily into archery. I dual-wield close combat weapons. A pair of swords, to be specific. I chose a Wood Elf because they also have a Beast Command ability. So that fits more in line with the classic D&D Ranger. Although, truth be told, I don't think I've used it yet. She's currently level 11. Unlike most RPGs where you can go out and just kill a bunch of stuff and level up that way, the way you level up in Skyrim and really the earlier Elder Scrolls games is by leveling up your skills. So you don't necessarily have to just go out and murder things to make your character more powerful. So, we'll take a look at her skills here. I haven't put anything into destruction or anything like that. No magic. Some skills into one-handed combat because she's dual-wielding weapons. Quite a bit in archery, as I made that one of her primary. That's really her primary combat ability. Armor is kind of a pain in the behind to level up because the way you level up your armor skill is to get beat up while wearing armor, whether it's light or heavy armor. And I haven't put any skill points into here yet, but that's because I'm trying to maximize her stealth and damage. Sneak, this is her stealth abilities. I'm a little harder to detect. Noise reduction. What else have I got? Backstab, so I'm doing extra damage when I'm stabbing people from behind. I gotta get deadly aim at some point because I'm more of an archer. Which I guess next time I level up, I should be able to do that. I'm over 40 on my sneak, so. I put a little bit in the lock picking, but I'm not really playing her up as a thief. Same thing with pickpocket. I was kind of going that route. And there are some fun things you can do when you pickpocket people, especially if you start reverse pickpocketing. Although probably the most hilarious thing I've seen is that when you've really leveled up your pickpocket and you take the right perks, you can steal weapons out of people's hands and armor off of their bodies. And if you go on YouTube, look around a little bit, you'll see videos related to this. She actually does have a horse, so I am feeling slightly silly running around like this, but see someone randomly getting stabbed by the local guards in the foreground there. A little bit of a fight going on. Because things like that happen in Skyrim. I mean, it's not just, you play the game and things only happen when you make them happen. Like, it's an actual living, breathing world. It's very, very impressive. That's my attempt to sneak here. Yeah, this guy, I believe, is actually one of the Stormcloaks, who are the revolutionaries in Skyrim. I helped them take over this town over here called Whiterun. Overthrow the previous Jarl. Oh yeah, these are Imperial soldiers. That's why that happened. I have no idea where I parked my horse at this point. It's probably back in Riverwood, since I just kind of went running out of there. But there's ways around that. There are a couple different options for fast travel. One is to get to a specific city. Usually the large cities, there's a carriage that you can usually hire. And he'll actually take you to cities that you haven't been to yet. The other option is to bring up the world map here, and you can travel to any location that you've previously been to. So, looking around, see there's a marker for a quest that I've got to do. These black icons are places I have not yet visited, whereas these gray ones I have been to. So I'll just fast travel somewhere. Give me something silly like the Whiterun stables. My horse should appear there. One big advantage that I can tell you the PC version has over console versions. Oh, there's the carriage. And there's my horse. Like I was saying, one advantage that the PC version has is the mod community. There's a wide array of mods that you can download for this game. Such as this one here. I downloaded a horse armor mod, so that I'm not running around on a more or less naked horse. I don't remember if it has anything beyond a cosmetic effect. You can actually engage in combat on your horse. I'm not especially good at this, but it can be done. There is some DLC for the game. There is I guess the best way of putting it is a booster pack called, Hearth Home, I think it is. That's available for $5 on Steam. And then there are 2 full expansions, Dawn Guard and Dragonborn, which I do not have. My son actually has them because he got the Legendary Edition of the game for the PS3. At some point I'm going to do a video showcasing probably my favorite mod for this game. It'll be something of a laugh fest because it makes my character so ridiculously overpowered, but that's okay. It's still got some cool factor. One other thing that's going on in the world of Skyrim is the return of dragons. They haven't been sighted in, I forget how many hundreds or even thousands of years. That's actually how you bust out of, well, you're not really in prison. You are a prisoner, but you're about to be beheaded. And the way you get out of that is a dragon shows up. And you manage to get out during the ensuing chaos. Who you choose to escape with will put you on the path to either helping out the Stormcloaks with their revolution or helping out the Empire maintain order. Or their form of order, at least. It's not an absolute, oh, you help out the Imperial, you're going to join the Empire, or whatever. You actually make that decision later on in the game, but that character will push you towards their faction's leader. This tower here was the site of another dragon attack. This is when you find out that your character is the Dragonborn, because when you kill the dragon, you absorb its soul, and therefore its power, and that allows you to do your shouts, which are these nice little superpowers that you're being given. This is the most well-known one, Fus Roda, which I need to let cool down before I demonstrate again. But basically, it's a force push. I don't think there's anyone around I can demonstrate now, but unrelenting force, I believe, is what it's actually called. But it can knock enemies around pretty good. Just be careful with it because you don't want to knock the wrong person around. They tend not to like that. And you get attacked by innocent people. I think this little keep right here might be another mod I downloaded as well, but I don't remember for sure. I have a couple other characters going on here. This is the main one that I've played. I've also got a Nord who I'm playing up as more of a straight-up warrior. You can see a dragon in the background, so I think some stuff is about to go down. I'm probably going to want to avoid that for the time being because dragon fights tend to not be very easy, especially when you're going solo. Although I will say this, the horses in this game are actually pretty hardcore. Much more so than the horses were in the previous game, Oblivion. My horse has actually been known to tank dragons. Alright, I'm actually kind of heading in this direction, so I might end up getting in a fight with this thing after all. One thing, it's a double-edged sword. You have to be aware of it, is critical hits, which is basically you gain an execution attack. And that can be done against you as well. I found that the most reliable way to prevent it is shields, which I lack. Okay, this is about to go down. Yeah, this dragon's coming in. I better get in first-person mode. It's a little easier for me. Where the heck did you go? Oh, there you are. And he's using Frost Breath. Oh, he's fighting a giant. Okay. Well, that helps me out immensely. And maybe, hopefully the giants will leave me alone. Usually, if you leave them alone and you don't get too close with their mammoth herds, they will leave you alone. This is officially the easiest dragon fight I've ever had, because I wasn't expecting assistance from giants. And that's what happens when you slay a dragon. You eat its soul. I'll take the money. I'll take my arrows back. I'll take those boots. None of those other things really hold much use for me right now, but... Hello, giants. Just passing through. Yeah. It's a game where the giants are more hardcore than the dragons are. Being an old Dungeons & Dragons player, I'm not totally okay with this, but that's how it is. As I was saying, I also have a Nord that I'm playing as more of a warrior type. And I also have, I think it's a Breton that I'm playing as spellcaster. Probably the funniest thing I've encountered so far, or at least, something that the developers probably weren't paying attention to. When you join a faction to participate in the war, another dragon. They send you on a little test of loyalty kind of quest. Well, when I had my Nord character join the Stormcloaks, he was asked, why would a foreigner want to join the Stormcloaks? And I'm thinking, I'm a Nord, this is my home country, why in the world are you calling me a foreigner? That dragon's already pretty busy engaging something else. That could actually help me out, because it means there's other stuff fighting it.
You'd rather be plowing a field? Not me.
They apparently don't see the dragon in the distance. Now I've got wolves coming after me. Terrific. One of the cooler execution moves I've seen actually had to do with one of my earlier characters fighting a dragon, who proceeded to hop on its head and smash away at it with his mace. Is that Alduin? Or whatever he's called? Because it looks like that's him, the dragon god type dude, who is trying to resurrect another dead dragon. Yeah, Alduin. Yeah, crap. Yeah. I don't think I actually have a way to hurt him anyway, but this thing is probably going to kill me dead now. Let me see. Do I have a potion of fire resistance of some kind? No, I really don't think I do. Oh, there we go. Resist fire. I'm already thinking I should probably... Well, let me throw draft of health in there. Pop a healing potion. I switch to my swords. Stay at the flanks. It can't hit you with its fire breath then. It's just gonna suck. Oops. There we go. Now at least get your attention. I really wish my horse was helping me out. Completely forgetting I'm dual wielding and I need to hit 2 different buttons. And I'm nearly dead. Let's consume all these minor healing potions here. I think I got him. Hooray! That went far, far better than I expected. Alright, give me back my arrows. Steel shield of waning frost, money, arrow. Some magic items hiding on that guy. There's something else coming after me. The little bar at the top is your little compass or whatever. If there's a red dot on there, it means there's a bad guy coming for you. My horse just stood there the whole time. What good are you? Even though it's almost 3 years old, I think the game still looks pretty awesome. Although I admit I don't have a whole lot to go on. I don't usually get very many newer titles. This is one of the games I've put quite a few hours into in recent years. I still haven't actually finished the storyline in this game. But the nice thing about Elder Scrolls is you can kind of jump in and out of these things as you wish. Yeah, see, this is why I'm terrible at this horseback archery thing. The horse never moves away I expect to. I will just get off my horse, I will shoot the wolf, either that or my horse will stomp it to death. Kind of wasting soul stones on these things, but... what do we got here? We've got rats. I feel like hanging around there. There's a random skull in the road. Oops. Aw, man. Barbarians, bandits, whatever you want to call them. And they're going after my horse, and he's actually getting a good thrashing from my horse, who's now running away. Yeah, see, there you can see Kaji. Set you on fire. And, oh, geez, another one of you? Some people just don't get the hint. Yeah, I've got a little sniper mode, too. That surprisingly did not kill him. Well, I can finish you off here. Oh, you know what? That's because I have a mod on here that makes arrow behavior a little bit more realistic. As in, if you get shot by an arrow, there's a good chance that you're going to be staggered by it. Now I'm going to find my horse. Jerks. So there's a little taste of Skyrim for you folks. I'm almost certainly going to do another video on this. There's just so much to show you, and I got to keep my videos, a reasonable length so I don't bore you to death. I didn't even realize I appear to have some booze hanging off my horse here. And I have an arrow through my face. Talk about a major injury under reaction. I've got an arrow through my face. Another one went straight through my quiver into my back. That should be puncturing a lung. Or maybe even my liver. But that's okay. I'm fine. I got this. See, even the animals get in on my action. That wolf was just going after the, That's another thing. The physics of the arrows change. I don't know why I'm pointing at the ground, but whatever. Oh, I know why, because of my arrow mod, I'm actually injured by that. At least that's what it looked like. I was momentarily being slowed down by the random arrows sticking out of my body, which now went away. Alright, my name is Mythical Daka, and I'll see you next time.